Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 17 Again show. My name is James Wolff. I'm your host, and we're just trying to get people back to how they were feeling when they were 17, all right? 17 again, like Zac Efron. All right, guys, today's title is, Does Ejaculation Lower Your Testosterone? Now, it's a bit explicit, so I just want to be fair and give you a warning, but this is one question that came up after I was doing some research into it. Don't ask me why I was doing research, but anyway, here's what I came across. Apparently, they did a study about this, and the study was they took a group of guys, people ejaculated more than once a week. Then they had people ejaculate once a week, and then people still have sex but not ejaculate for a month. And apparently, the people who only ejaculated and finished once a week had a higher rate of testosterone than those guys that ejaculated more than once a week, even though they were still having sex the same amount of times. There was a very nominal difference, or there wasn't really a difference between the guys who ejaculated once a week and the guys who still had sex but didn't ejaculate at all for a month. So don't worry, guys. You don't have to go into monk mode. That's one thing that you can test, but it's strange because your hormones work very, very, very hard, right? And every time you ejaculate, you sort of waste what your hormones have been creating that entire time while you were having sex. So there's actually, I think it's a Chi equation. They had an equation that was created over 200. Sorry, not 200. They had an equation created over 2,000 years ago for how many times you should ejaculate per week. And it's very interesting. Apparently, people have pondered this for thousands and thousands of years. So take your age, subtract 7. Take your age, subtract it by 7, and then divide it by 4. And that's how many times you should be ejaculating per week, or the days in between you should be ejaculating. So let me give you an example. If, let's say, I am 23, okay, and I take that minus 7, 23 minus 7 is 16, right? Divide that by 4, that's 4 days, okay? 4 days. I should go 4 days between each ejaculation in order to keep my testosterone at its peak, all right? Because having sex increases your level of testosterone, but apparently ejaculating more than once a week has been clinically studied to lower, it's been clinically proven to lower the amount of testosterone you have. So I'm going to repeat that equation back to you. Take your age, subtract 7, divided by 4. Take your age minus 7 divided by 4. Just whip out your calculator and calculate it. That's how many days typically you should go in between ejaculations. You can still have sex every single day if you want. But the reason why I was researching this is because, not to brag or anything, but I was having sex a lot, once a day, more than once a day, twice a day, sometimes even 3 times a day. And I started to notice, like, oh man, I'm such a stud, but I started to notice that my drive started to go down a little bit. I mean, it's a no-brainer why, but I really wanted to look into the science of it because, when I first got a girlfriend, I was like, man, finally got a girlfriend, having sex every day. I want to do everything here. So I got the P shot done, platelet-rich plasma, and guys, the P shot, it's a game changer. Literally transformed everything. It is literally a game changer. Like, if you have ED, or even if you don't have ED, if you just want things to get better, use the P shot. It's I think the protocol is used in over 72 countries. It's been around for a decade. It basically uses your own growth factors in your blood to grow your blood vessels down there, right? Because what gives you a strong erection is blood flow going through those blood vessels. But if we strengthen those blood vessels, if we make them bigger, and if we grow new blood vessels, which is what the P shot can do, if we grow new blood vessels, we can get you erections that you've never had in your life before. Simply because, well, think about it this way. Let's say you have 2,000 blood vessels down there right now, and the P shot gives you 500 more. Blood flow going through 2,000 blood vessels, or blood flow going through 2,500, right? Obviously, this is going to have a bigger impact, stronger erections, and some guys have noticed an increase in girth. I have as well. So if you're looking for an extra edge, if you're looking to really transform your sex life, I completely recommend the P shot. But anyway, I was having sex, 1 time a day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day. And, I was working out more, but I actually took another hormone test. And what was interesting is my testosterone actually went down a little bit. Really, really, really weird. So I started restraining how many times a week I'm having sex or finishing. And what's interesting is I've really noticed and felt a difference. So, if you're looking for a little hack, if you're having sex, more than once a week and you're looking for a little hack to, really just get the edge and get a little bit more testosterone, do that equation. For me, my number was 4. Take your age, minus 7, divide it by 4, and that'll tell you how many days in between you should ejaculate. So anyway, thanks guys. It was a fun episode today. My name is Austin James Wolff. I'm your host of 17 again, and we will be seeing you next time. AJW out.